What's up, netizens? You're watching DarkStar. My name's Anthony. I'm joined by fellow reaction Joey. What's up, dude?
Saw, dude.
Today we're gonna be watching Gray, Joey's favorite fairy tale character,
Facts.
versus Esdeath, Joey's other favorite fairy tale character from A Comet Got Kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's
interesting.
crazy.
Two fairy tale characters from different shows. It's crazy to think about.
Both my favorites.
But both Joey's favorites. Really shocking stuff that we've got here today. No, but I don't know anything about Esdeath. I know A Comet Got Kill gets actually like a lot of shit, but it's also kind of popular too. So it's kind of like I feel like it's one of those shows that gets shit on. But it actually like I probably would like it if I watch it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it someday.
I have no preference as of now. I'm going to do it based on the analysis because I don't really know either one of these characters, even though they're both my favorites.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them.
Yeah, or much, or like anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of powers they use?
Ice, bitch. You told me that.
That is facts. They both use ice powers. Gray, I know Gray because he's in Fairy Tail, and I've seen the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen the final season of Fairy Tail yet because it was still coming out. So I was waiting for it to finish before I binged it. So I'll binge it at some point. But Gray is one of my favorite characters from Fairy Tail. I think last time out I said he was my favorite, but I don't think that's true. I think Natsu is probably my favorite.
Oh, and not. It's a tough call.
Your favorite based on the characters you like would be Gajeel. 100%.
Spell it.
Gajeel. He is a. What do they call him? He's like a metal dragon.
Red Fox.
Metal dragon hunter? Iron dragon hunter?
Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer, that's what it is. Yeah, Iron Dragon Slayer. Gray's got ice powers. He's actually he's an ice. I want to say they were dragon slayers, right? I think he's an ice demon slayer. I think that's what it was because spoiler alert, his dad's a demon. Was a demon.
Not watching that show now.
Something like that. But actually he's also like not though. It's like a whole thing.
Interesting.
I don't know, whatever. But he took his dad's powers basically, so now he's a fucking baller. Where I'm at. I'm probably gonna get spoiled on something in the final chapter, but it is what it is. But yeah, I do like Gray. I'm rooting for him in this, and he's got some pretty baller stuff going on. But he's no Toshiro though either, so if he loses, it's like it sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The element of ice is cold and unforgiving.
Literally!
Only in an equally frigid and unmerciful land can one understand its true potential.
Like Gray Fullbuster, Ice Mage of the Fairy Tale Guild.
And Esdeath, the Imperial General from A Comet Got Kill.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In a land far, far away lies the kingdom of Fiori.
Dude,
a place filled with magic.
let me tell you something. Fairy Tale
Gray
has some fucking good ass music.
Living among the frigid cold.
Until an edgy-looking demon showed up and wiped out the whole place. Gray survived, though everyone else wasn't so lucky.
A former smoker,
hey,
huh?
At least he got adopted by a hot stripper.
This was Ur, and she just so happened to be one of the greatest ice mages in the world.
So Gray got to training. Who else is gonna take out that creepy demon for revenge?
He's the main character in Fairy Tale.
And he needed to
Gray?
master
No.
ice magic to do it.
Gray worked tirelessly and eventually became a master of ice make molding magic.
Natsu's the main character?
Essentially crafting weapons, tools, and other inanimate objects out of ice.
You've seen him
Swords,
before?
shields,
He fought
hammers, grappling hooks, stairs, clones of himself.
Ace.
Anything he wants, really. He can even whip out a friggin' ice bazooka. He also took after New Mom and became a regular Chippendale himself. Yeah, he really never stopped.
Juvia, dude, best
But
girl.
with powerful magic at his beck and call, Gray became
Top 5
reckless,
waifus in all of
desperate
anime.
to prove himself and destroy the demon. Sadly, this carelessness would change his life for the worse one more time.
He tried to take the demon out himself, but things didn't go so great, even with his shiny new powers. Whoa. Gray learned how to do all this cool ice magic by stripping.
Well,
Ice magic, here I come!
D-
Boil me up, Wiz!
No. Removing clothes was just part of Ur's training. See, she instructed Gray to do so in order to adapt to the cold to better resist it, letting him have a much greater range when it comes to his own ice magic.
The really good manga excuse
Why
to
didn't you say that 5
make a
seconds
half-naked shirt.
earlier, when I still had my favorite shirt?
Anyway, Gray was outmatched by the demon, and was forced to step in with her ultimate spell, Iced Shell.
It's a super handy move that can
Kill
freeze
herself.
a giant demon like that for good. Ha
At the cost of the caster's life.
Ah, there it is. Big oof.
Spoiler
If
alert.
that's not bad enough, Gray learned an ultimate version called Lost Iced Shell. This one also kills you, but as a bonus, it also erases the memories of you from everyone who ever knew you.
Sure, the Lost Ice Shell is hundreds of times more powerful and basically a guaranteed win move if he has enough time to cast it, but
I don't
how
think
does that
I've
even
seen
work?
it.
Say Gray cut off your arm, leaving you handicapped for years, then Lost Ice Shelled himself elsewhere. That would be a very confusing day.
Is that how I lost my leg? Wonder who it was I knew. Well, speaking of loss, Gray Filibuster had lost 2 families at this point.
But once again, he found new footing and new friends, this time with the mages of the Fairy Tale Guild.
Including a clingy, blue-haired water lady,
Oh my
Juvia.
God.
It's okay, you can ship them. Everybody does. Including them.
Now full from a serious helping of humble pie, Gray changed his tune. No longer would he be
That guy's the main
reckless
character.
avenger,
Okay, I was
but a
on the left.
cautious, laid-back defender of his new friends. Which works out since this is the sort of world where fighting for your friends actually increases your magical power. True story.
You could say
That is
he's
facts.
keeping a cool head, huh? Yep, no more demon hunting for him.
If
I
you have
love
ever
till
seen
we
an
got his
anime
hands on
and thought,
demon
wow,
killing
friendship
magic, of
is a
course.
fucking
After
superpower,
becoming an
this
Ice
is the
Devil
fucking
Slayer,
anime
Gray
that takes
learned how
that to the
devour
next
ice
level.
to replenish his power, become extremely resistant to ice attacks, mess around with other people's ice magic, and conjure spells designed to kill demons.
Which would have been really, really handy just a little bit ago. Oh well.
Devil
with all
Slayer,
this
that's what they
magic,
call him.
ice mages can wipe out an entire town all at once, or stir up an ice storm that covered the country of Fiore.
By comparing Invel's ice storm to the scale of Fiore based on official maps, it appears the force and energy of the storm would be equivalent to more than 27 gigatons of TNT.
Now that's a big ass storm. And
See,
it makes
gigatons
sense,
or
as Gray
kilotons?
can
Which
fight
one's
on
bigger?
par with fellow
Gigatons,
guildies
not even
Natsu
close.
and Urza.
Okay, holy
Natsu
shit,
is
then that's
done.
Megatons are
Urza
1,000
blew up this
kilotons,
giant
and
meteor
gigatons
all
are
by
1,000
herself.
megatons.
Measuring the distance between the
Holy
meteor
fuck.
and land in this
So it would
shot,
be-
then comparing its size to Urza in this
What did it
one,
say, 20
we
something?
found that Urza
It would be
must
20
have
million
20,000
kilotons.
times the speed of sound to intercept it, striking it with a force of over 50 teratons of TNT.
That would be 1,000 gigatons. So that would be a billion.
Truly, as
That's
long as Gray
insane.
keeps his pants on, literally, he is a fierce warrior who will always fight for his friends.
I've got
He's
a will
strong,
all
strong.
of my own. And it says my friends and I are gonna walk the path of life.
Not even the strongest in that show, I assume, if he's not the main
As a
character.
child, Esdeath
Hell
lived
no.
among her clan in the northern frontier.
The main character's not even the
Monsters
strongest person in
called
that show.
danger beasts with her
Oh.
father.
Awesome! Now that's how you raise a kid.
Well,
Look
with
at
the power of
size that
friendship.
thing. Where can I get a hunting license for those?
However, Esdeath's destiny would lie further south, among a 1,000-year-old
General of the.
empire.
Oh,
Because what do you know? Her whole clan got wiped out, leaving her as the lone
I
survivor.
quickly glanced at it,
Now,
thought it
normally
said
this
something
would lead
else.
to a dramatic revenge story and a lesson on friendship and appreciating what you have and stuff. But that's not what happened.
Right. Esdeath ascribed herself to a sort of survival of the fittest philosophy. To her, if her father lay dead before her, that didn't mean she should be sad or angry. That meant her father was weak.
You're damn right. Finally, somebody knows what I'm
Baller?
talking about. That's my power of friendship. This girl's got it all figured out.
Well, now on her own, and maybe a bit insane, Esdeath joined the militant ranks of the widespread empire, where her violent nature found a new calling.
Yeah, like when she buried 400,000 people alive. Mama Boomstick always told me you should enjoy your work, so good for her, I guess. She even got a promotion and an offer of a new weapon that would change everything. A Tegu.
Esdeath was already extremely proficient with a sword, but this was something entirely different. A Tegu is a supernatural relic forged from the remnants of special danger beasts. They can take the form of anything from a battle axe to a flute to a giant pair of
Twice with the
scissors.
Master of
However,
Winter Maiden
Esdeath
powers,
chose
dude.
one so unique, most were absolutely terrified of it. It was blood, the demon's extract.
And because she's a totally sane and normal person, she drank it. All of it. Okay.
After surviving the side effects, you know, the usual headaches, nausea, maddening voices in her head telling her to kill everyone, Esdeath earned her reward.
Ice magic, bitches! She can make and shape ice out of thin air. Weapons, shields, platforms, horses, frickin' meteors. You name it, she can make it.
Horses.
Plus, she can fly by holding herself in the air with ice, and once built an entire army of ice horse people. Look at them all! There's thousands of them!
Well, it did take her a few days to make them all, implying she has a limit to her ability. Regardless, her enormous power is clear. She can even create a giant suit of armor around herself like some sort of icy mech.
So she's a super deadly ice lady, but she's also got a soft side.
Even with all the power she
What?
held, not even sadistic conquest or unstoppable ice magic could fill the void in her heart. Esdeath sought one thing above all else: love.
Oh my
The Ice Queen
god.
needs some lovin'. I know just the man for the job.
So does she, apparently. She made a list of the specific qualities in her ideal man, who turned out to be this guy, Tatsumi.
What? Really? Oh, some dopey generic anime protagonist kid.
Well, he literally is an anime protagonist.
Oh, come on, he's like a 3 out of 10 and she's not even on the chart. She's way too good for him.
Is she?
Oh, right, she's crazy. Even better!
Deranged sadism aside, there is one skill of hers which impresses above all else: Mahoptima.
Gesundheit.
You could say
It's
a pair of
time stop
skills.
She can only use once per day. It freezes time, but like literally freezes it with cold.
This makes no sense.
Anyway, Esdeath got to work, leading her new hunting group called the Jaegers, and doing as many awesome things as she could to impress that
This
Tatsumi
makes
brat.
no
Once she
sense.
froze an entire river with 0 effort. Imagine how many slushies
Even
she
without
could
this
make with that.
ability, I
That
feel like
isn't
she
even a
would
fraction
win.
of her true potential. After absorbing those tens of thousands of ice cavalry, Esdeath harnessed enough
That
power
ability
to
is gonna be
create an
crazy,
icy
but I'm
storm
going with
that
Grace because
spanned
I
an
think
entire
Grace looks
continent.
dope as fuck.
Comparing its size relative to the planet's diameter, producing a storm
I mean,
of
his
this scale would
power
require
level is
kinetic
pretty
energy
fucking
over
OP, it seems, but
280 petatons of
fuck,
TNT.
Tony, what is that, 1,000 of the other one?
Impressive, but
It would be
remember,
Terra,
it's
then some
code
sort of
a few
quad,
days
and
to
then
make that
Penta
many
after
people.
that. So that would be a million times stronger than whatever they said fucking Grace was.
They would. He said Gray's gonna win now. They wouldn't have that number is so astronomical. They wouldn't have said it.
Well, the thing is, though, is that they throw around those terms for people like you that don't know which terms are which, so that you can't tell which one is way bigger than the other one.
Chico Taser. What's up
So like
with
somebody
this
watching it would be like, oh, it's only like
Chico
100, just like Grace was, but actually it's a fucking million times stronger than his.
Outside the Imperial
I'm
capital.
still going with
To
Gray.
make a crater of this
I probably
size,
should-
the blast must
wait,
have
I don't
equaled
know.
over 900 teratons of TNT.
And Esdeath is even more hardcore. Get this, one time her arm was poisoned, but before she let the poison spread to her body, she karate chopped her whole freaking arm off and replaced it with an ice sword.
Because I'm wondering if her ice is gonna hurt him because he
Sadly,
said he can
or luckily,
absorb
depending on where you stand,
the ice
all the
moves and like
power in
use
the
it
world
against you or
wasn't enough
something
for
like that.
Esdeath
That
to
is
win
facts.
Tatsumi's
That is
love.
actually facts.
And she didn't even get to conquer the world
But-
either, because the main title character had to ruin everything.
But in the end, she didn't lament her failure to conquer or see herself as weak. Rather,
Like, she
simply
freezes
regretted
time with
not being
ice, and
able
he's
to
like,
look at
"Thanks."
Tatsumi one more time.
Dope.
Perhaps
Like,
her
does it
cold
affect me or
philosophy
something?
was growing a bit warmer. Or maybe she was just an insane psychopath.
I will always be on top. I will always be victorious, no matter what gets in my way.
Sticking with Gray. Gonna absorb the power
All right,
somehow
the
and kill her.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, all this talking has made me hungry. For Blue
From what
Apron.
I remember, though,
With
and I
more
could
options
be
than
wrong
ever
about
before,
this,
Blue Apron makes it easy to eat
and I'm just
well.
gonna talk over
Choose from a
this
variety
because
of
I can't
chef-designed,
fucking.
ready-to-cook meals with
I've,
perfectly proportioned
fucking,
ingredients
we haven't
and
watched this in a
flavorful-
minute. Okay, so what I was saying was, that basically, I think there's a limit to how much they can absorb. I could be wrong about
Yeah,
that.
it even said he hasn't mastered it in their thing.
He hasn't mastered what?
The
Oh, that's right, because he has
like,
only
he's
been a
just learning,
Slayer.
basically.
Yeah, he hasn't been a Slayer forever. I forgot that it's only a Slayer thing because he becomes a Devil Slayer after he beats his dad, but he wasn't a Devil Slayer before that. I was thinking Natsu, who is the main character, is a Dragon Slayer, and he's been able to suck up fire literally the whole series. So I was just thinking that he would be able to. He's been able to do that the whole time, but he definitely hasn't. He just fucking learned how to do that. So yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I think no matter what, I'm not sure how he counters the time stop thing. I don't maybe I
Unless it
missed
doesn't affect
something.
him somehow, because it's ice. Because she stops power time with the ice. So
Well, she stops time with the ice, but then she would just cut his head off or something.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I mean, the only thing that he could do is, I guess, if he saw that she was doing that, he could suck up the ice before she could even fucking freeze time. Maybe that is a possibility. But I don't see how he can win this. I don't think he's strong enough. Basically,
I think she's basically like, yeah, she's like him, like tenfold, but
yeah, basically. Yeah. I think well, more than tenfold. Fucking
true.
Yeah. I don't know. She looked like a decent character, honestly, but obviously I'm still rooting for Gray. The numbers look pretty crazy, and not only that, the other thing that I was going to bring up, the reason why, even before it got to the crazy shit that she did, the reason I said that I don't think that he's going to win is because, and this is a big problem in my opinion for fairy tale characters going into battles, because a lot of times they overcome some really dumb shit, but they're all facing each other, so that means they all have generally the same limitations. And the biggest problem with fairy tale characters is that they run out of magic so fast, and when they run out of magic, they're practically worthless. And the only way to really replenish the magic that we've seen too much of is the Slayers absorbing magic. So that'll help him here if she keeps using ice magic. If she saw him using ice magic, I legitimately think that she would just stop using ice magic and just kill him without using ice magic, basically.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because once again, well, I mean, I guess it depends on how much. I guess if she doesn't know that he is getting energy back, because basically what I'm saying, like, I've seen a lot of fairy tale fights, and in almost all of them, the people fight for like 10 minutes tops, and they're fucking dying on the ground because they don't have any magic to keep fighting. Like, they just get so exhausted and can't keep fighting or whatever. It's like a huge weakness for them as soon as they run out of magic. And the only way that we ever see them like recover basically is with either time or with friendship or with absorbing, like with the whole thing, which he could do.
He might not get tired because.
But if he doesn't have any ice, he can't do it though. So, and you can't like absorb your own. Like, you can't make ice and absorb it to get more power back or whatever. Like, you can, but like it's something weird where it's like it tastes like shit or something like that, and it doesn't give you that much power. It's like a whole thing. So, anyway, I think he's gonna lose, but hopefully he doesn't. It would be dope, but I highly doubt it.
Such a paltry
Okay.
country is
Let it
hardly
go.
worth
Let it
conquering.
go.
Hey! Take your troops and get out!
That's the music they always play for fucking Juvia in the fucking show when she sees him.
Oh, just what I needed. Another crazy, blue-haired woman in my life.
His aim is not very good, apparently. Ow.
You have no right to feel my boot against your face. Now. Die for me!
Ice make, crush it, flame!
Kamehameha.
What the hell?
This!
Green Lantern style, dude. I don't know, you got her on the ropes.
Iron Man.
Very nice.
No.
Ice storm!
It's like, I thank you.
Thanks for the meal.
The field is covered in ice. Your,
Yep.
your special attack rose.
Thanks for the meal. Ice make, impact!
Oh, he literally said thanks for the meal.
Oh, nice. That's what he says in the show.
Zero longsword!
He's kind of whooping her ass.
You still gotta stop time though.
She's too much. Ah! I have no choice. What?
Every
Let me take all of his power, ain't it?
encased in ice. Breathe.
Weiss.
Congratulations and goodbye.
Oh wow, she'd kill him. What?
Got him.
This just in. Male stripper found dead after a crazy night with a dominatrix gone wrong. More at 7.
Let's get to this. This was certainly an interesting matchup, and both cryomancers held their own advantages.
Oh yeah, Gray's awesome ice mage powers meant he had a ton of versatility at his frosty
Damn.
fingertips. Like how he could eat ice to replenish his magic. She sure didn't see that one coming.
Though being the tactician she is, Esdeath likely wouldn't fall for any of Gray's tricks more than once. Also, both were in the same range of speed by scaling to feats of dodging lightning.
Yeah, but the Queen of Cold Kink definitely had more ice power up her sleeves. Just look at those storms. The one Grayscale's 2 covered a country, while Esdeath's covered a whole continent.
True, but we still had to deduce the exact nature and potential of her storm. Remember, Esdeath specifically claimed it took her a few days to make the ice cavalry she used as fuel for the storm. A few generally means 3 at minimum. So we can cut the yield of our previous calculation to 1/3. Lowballing this a bit, let's assume she used all of her power each day to make 1/3 of the total cavalry. This would mean Esdeath could wield about 93 petatons worth of energy on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's way more than Invel's ice storm, and 1,600 times deadlier than that meteor Urza obliterated. Esdeath definitely had the advantage in sheer magic power. Even with his better resistances, there's no way Gray could survive that much magic force. So he really only had one shot, the Lost Ice Shell.
Which certainly could have ended things right then and there, if not for Esdeath's time stop ability. Both the Ice Shell and Mahoptima could only be used once, but Mahoptima was more useful given its immediate effect compared to the Ice Shell's long casting time, and its versatility in that Esdeath could follow it up with whatever she wanted.
Also, it doesn't kill her, so that's a plus.
Sure.
Technically, Gray's Ice Devil Slayer magic means he could probably resist the Mahoptopotamus a bit. But that brat Tatsumi had crazy good cold resistance too, and it didn't do him much good against the time freeze.
Gray's speed and versatility meant he could hold his own, but Esdeath's awesome power, uniquely suited time freezing, and domineering perseverance saw her through this battle.
Looks like Esdeath stopped Gray cold.
The winner is Esdeath.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Yeah,
this
not
episode
surprised
of
at
Death
oh
Battle
shit, we
Royale.
gotta
Battle
fucking
music for yourself, and you get it by clicking the link.
what's going on next?
And if you want to watch more stuff, check the boxes right
What's
over
going
there.
on next? Oh, Goro and Machamp? What?
Oh my god.
What?
Who the fuck wants to see that?
No way. I would never have guessed that in a million years, dude.
People watching this, by the way, they gotta be like, Joey must have skipped to the end and seen who won. Because I mean, the power levels are way off, and I'm still went with the other guy. Like he knows he's got fucking intel. Nah, I was just wrong. But you had faith in me. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Vegas odds are not in my favor.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like before the battle, they must have thought
Yeah,
that,
they're like-
and then
they're just
afterwards,
like,
they're
"What
like,
the fuck?"
okay, so I guess Gray's gonna win because Joey's seen this shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
man. They were
He's
placing
fucking
bets
brilliant,
based on your
Tom
fucking
Sony.
advice too, dude, and everything. Now, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think anything that happened there was surprising. Her feats were just on a totally different level. Their explanations were kind of like vague. Like, I don't know. Like ice resist. This guy was resistant to ice, and this guy was resistant to ice. So therefore, they're resistant to ice. Like, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, how resistant to ice are we? I don't know. I always thought Gray was just basically immune to ice. But I don't know what that means for their interaction, essentially. Like, it doesn't make it, like, I guess I can't say for certain, but I am almost 100%. I mean, I'm 99.9% sure that Natsu is completely like he can't be burned. He's fucking fire. Like he can't be burned. I would assume that the same was true of fucking Gray, but I guess I don't know for sure. But I that was my understanding. I guess I haven't really seen Natsu go up against any fire users to know that for sure. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess he went up against his dad, who was using like ice, but he was like, I can't remember exactly how that fight went. So maybe he's not immune to ice. Well, no, because his dad didn't. He didn't have the fucking Demon Slayer powers at that point. His dad did. So I don't know. So that wouldn't make a difference. Even if his dad hurt him with ice, that wouldn't make a difference because he didn't. It would matter if he hurt his dad with ice because then obviously his dad wasn't fucking whatever. But his dad basically purposely lost that fight. So 50-50 on that one. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know. It was a solid battle though. I liked the voice acting. I liked her little kind of like sadism lines here and there, or whatever. And I definitely like the references to Juvia from Grey in the show, or whatever. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, other than that, just a solid battle overall.
Next time we tune into the one we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, dude, Machamp, bro. What?
That's what I'm born for, like facts.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't say he's gonna win, but I'm pulling.
I
for
don't
him.
know. I'm 50-50, dude. I'm not really that big of a Machamp fan, I guess.
Me either, but Pokemon over Mortal Kombat.
I mean, yeah, Pokemon over Mortal Kombat, but I like Mortal Kombat. It's not like I dislike Mortal Kombat. That's gonna do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till I subscribe. Catch you on the dark side.